Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It can be very scary, you know.
Yes.
So did you go right away, or did you need time to collect yourself? Because that's what I would just be like,
Like
oh,
be at a
I would
moment,
get,
like, oh my God,
yeah.
I have to go to the hospital right now. Did you guys go right away? What happened?
Well, after I got off the phone with my doctor, I didn't go until like 3 hours later. I waited on my husband to get home because he was out doing something, and he was out by Romulus, by the airport doing something out there. He was headed out there. It took for a little bit of him getting here. I don't know, what was
And just
going
to
on.
clarify, you were only waiting because you only have one car.
That works, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
You know. Well, he was out. They were gonna send an ambulance to my house, but I had a daughter here, so and then my doctor asked me if my husband was gonna come and get me and take me, and I said, most likely he'll be here within a half hour or so, if when I get to contacting him. Well, they were supposed to send me to the hospital at St. John's, and I went to McLaren instead. And when I went to the hospital, um, they usually have that tent set out for like screenings, but because of the weather, they were closed. So I had to go inside the ER, and my husband Steve couldn't even come inside the hospital. Uh, you know, they have it to where, the sick people go in. They're not going to have the healthy people go in
yeah.
and get it
Right.
themselves and bring it to everybody else.
Mhm.
So I had to be um I had to be in a wheelchair, and they had to roll me in myself. Um the sliding doors, they had gloves and masks and hand sanitizer right there, just in case somebody comes in that doesn't have a mask on or gloves on.
Yep.
Luckily, my sister found some gloves and a mask for me. So I had that, and I actually had that on as I was going in. So I didn't have to have that.
How
And
were
they
you
will.
feeling?
How are you feeling?
I was I was feeling like really scared.
Yeah.
Um, somebody going through this, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
Well, how about Rachel?
No, definitely not.
You know, it was a good time.
Definitely not. I was I the when I got to the hospital, I had mucus in my throat, so it changed my whole voice and my breathing. Um, I was only supposed to go to the hospital just to check my vitals and, my oxygen levels, and, of course they're gonna give me the test. So they wanted to make sure that nothing was in my chest or anything. So I ended up getting a chest X-ray to see if anything could be, if I had pneumonia or anything. I had inflammation in my lungs, and that's why they said that they can tell that my breathing was off. My my vitals, they said, looked great. They
Yeah.
said that I was kind of fine, except for my breathing was off. So they went ahead and I actually stayed in the hospital for like 3 hours.